The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Patriots come out led by the four-time Super Bowl MVP and owner of a record 6 Super Bowl rings. Arguably the greatest to ever play the game, Tom Brady. And we keep asking the same questions every year. How much longer can he keep doing this? Is this the year the dynasty crumbles? And every year, Brady comes out and leads his team to the Super Bowl. They've been there now 3 years in a row, and only one team has made it 4. That's the Buffalo Bills. But remember, they lost all 4 in the early 90s. They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Darius Taylor there in to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now the leading rusher for the Pats last year is a rookie, Sony Michel. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Give me some. Give me some. Here we go.
Hold 50. Hey, Alabama.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Open man is Gordon, complete. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And Brady's throw there, incomplete. Thomas the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection work.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Brady. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, that's the 2nd time they've gotten to Brady, and you've got to do it a variety of ways. You want your regular pressure. Sometimes you have to bring extra. But in this case, they got to him, and that just doesn't happen very often.
It's a rarity. He's just such a veteran. His pocket presence so good. But, hey, tip of the cap to the D. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, second down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level. And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
X3, 218, chop.
Mayfield on play action. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. The tight end set to valve the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They start to drive with White. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they can open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On second down, they'll run with White.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
We're scoreless after one. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Brady. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to set up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Pats able to cash in for 6. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes his quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Complete to his tight end, Seth DeValve. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
The corner, Stephon Gilmore, on the stop.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
He finds Beckham complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
That's it, baby.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Taking it in from the 20, and the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off, as he did so with a touchdown run. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
It was Denzel Ward in from his corner spot there to take him down for the loss.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line.
And now a fumble. Brady loses the football.
That's how we do it.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Brady's throw on third down there is incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So he comes out of nowhere. He's got this handlebar mustache, greasy hair. And he says, would you rather eat a jar of mayonnaise or 3 sticks of butter? And I look, well, all right, never mind. Third quarter action now. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through, picking up the first.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Stephon Gilmore dials the corner blitz and earns the sack. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. Look at that nice little drive brewing right here.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
On the run, this is Hunt.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
Partner, they weren't quite in the red zone, but things are starting to get condensed on the field. Throwing the corner route there, really nice play because it gives them a little bit of room to complete it.
They'll run on first down. Hunt. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Kareem Hunt.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns have taken the lead.
He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts.
That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run it. This is Michelle.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
First down, here's White. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Foxborough. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter. Tom Brady needing a 4th quarter comeback here. He's actually only done it 8 times in the last 5 years, but if you break that down further, the Pats in those years rarely losing in the 4th quarter like they are now. Brady on target to Edelman, and able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
He hits White, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
That one good for 13 at a New England first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
On the toss, here's Michelle.
And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Well, I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right